What's poppin', everybody? This is ICJ and Terabang Entertainment, the Mixed Fig, all the great stuff. This is a weekend edition of ICJ's moment of reflection, even though this may not be edited until Monday or Tuesday. It's Saturday, just got back from San Jose, and it's been a great weekend so far. It started out great. It's pretty cool. So today's ICJ's moments of reflection, I want to talk about getting a paycheck versus putting hard work in for the love of your art and creating momentum to move forward. What I'm seeing a lot nowadays, especially with some younger people, younger professionals in the art game or in game development, but just in general, is that they want to hurry up, make money. They want instant gratification of funds popping into their bank account without actually doing the hard work and grinding, paying their dues to get to the point where things start to click into place mentally, and the money just starts flowing, right? People have heard of the whole 10,000 an hour thing. I think the 10,000 hour thing, the philosophy is, and the principles are there. That completely makes sense, so I agree with it. I don't agree with the exact amount of 10,000 hours because some of that goes into efficiency, but I think that people don't fail to realize that things do not happen overnight, right? You see like the successes of a lot of indie game developers, or the successful things that happen to musicians or artists or businessmen, and what people fail to realize is there was a lot of work that went behind that success, and there was tons of failure that happened before that success took place. And during that time, when you know where you're headed in life and you have an idea of the things that you want to do, it's important to work at getting better at what your vocation is, or your craft, in order to get there. And some of that has to do with sacrifice. And the sacrifices that you make early on, a lot of times, is you sacrifice the amount of money that you earn in order to grow your experience for the value that you're bringing to the table to be worth the money that comes in later. And I've seen this personally, just for me, and then for other people around me, as I'm going past my mid-30s, going into, actually I'm in my mid-30s. Anyway, going into my mid-30s and past that, I was in 10 years ago, I was working extremely hard with not a lot to show for it. So a lot of people would put me down and wouldn't support me because they, or told me to quit when the times were getting rough. But things that I did in order to support the facilitation of experience that I was going to get where I wanted to go, was I did a lot of things for free. I worked for people for free, and what I mean, as far as free, I'm talking about like monetary value. So the monetary value that I got out of working for someone, which was far less than what I would expect now. But the things that I learned was the value that I could gain off of the experience from what I was doing. So I would pick and choose who I would work for based on the value that they had to offer me that would offset the monetary value that I was not getting. So, for instance, I would do graphic design for a company who had an executive or someone or a professional that I really looked up to, and I knew that they could possibly offer me some kind of mentorship. I could pick their brain and garner some knowledge that would help me get where I want to go monetarily, right? And my whole thing is, I mean, I do things for the passion of doing them. I make these videos because I like to do them, and I keep doing them because I get some good feedback, and if I feel I can help people, then I'll continue to do it because that's what I'm passionate about. So I'm never going to do something just for the money, because I feel that that's very soulless. If I do something for the money, there's always an outcome of what I'm going to do with that money to help further my business, my experience, or to help others out. So that being said, the trade-offs are always worth it because I think about those strategically. And what I think that obviously when you're, taking on a job, a position, or whatever, you're not going to do it for nothing, unless you can afford that unless you can afford that sacrifice. But what I'm saying is, like, when you're starting out, especially in kind of a new realm, you can't expect to get market value for your work. And if there's ways and if you understand you're in a new area, in a new space, and you had to take that loss, look for ways that you can get value from that experience that are greater than the monetary value, which is just icing on the cake, right? And I've done that through internships that I've had. And what's really interesting too is that real recognizes real. It's like such a generic saying, right? But it's so true. Like, if you're grinding and you're working really hard and you're passionate about what you're doing, it shows. And the people who you align yourself with integrity-wise and personal values and even business value-wise, they see what you're doing. They understand what you're doing as far as getting the value. They also respect you more for that, and then more opportunities will pop up in that place. So, for instance, if I have an intern who's joining me, I kind of pick their brain and see where they're coming from, what kind of value they add, and I'm always thinking long term. I'm like, where is this person going to be 10 years from now? Would I want to work with this person 10 years from now? Because all of the relationships that I start or want to deal with, I'm always thinking like long term, right? So if someone is, like an amazing artist, but they don't really have the experience, I'm willing to help facilitate that, help them out, mentor them, or find someone else who I could pull in to help mentor them, because I know that they're really working hard at what they're doing, and they're doing it for the passion of it and for the love of it, and not just the money. When I see artists who are just coming out of school, or developers who are just coming out of school and want a partner, or they want like a piece of the action as far as a revenue share or whatever, and they're just harassing me about the monetary aspect, that's fine if I just want to hire them for that reason. But if I want to establish a long-term relationship, then I'm looking beyond that. Like, are you really looking to further build yourself and learn different skills and how to maneuver through this industry? Or are you just looking for a paycheck? Because there's two different types of relationships that will transcend into. So yeah, I mean, and again, like when you're working with people who are above you and they've been where you are at and have kind of been through the grind and has seen how different things go and work with different personalities, when they see that you're in it not just for money, but also to further yourself as a human being, they will respect that and they will help you out along the way. So I just to close things off and to finish things, that was really redundant. If you're trying to like move forward in your career, in your life, pay attention to money and the details behind that. Make sure that you're getting your fair share and value monetarily, but don't think people are trying to screw you by giving you opportunities where the money is not there. They may see something more in you. They may have some things along the way that they could pull you into. Look at other ways and aspects that will help you in the future to build your community and culture outside of money. Anyway, that's another ICJ's moment of reflection. It's Saturday. No screenshot Saturday today, but we got some great stuff going with JASP and all the platforms. Love everybody. Thank you for all your feedback. I'm posting these on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Please like this video if you've watched it and you got something out of it. If you have any feedback, hit me up too. Follow me on Twitter at ICJman. Follow Interrobang at InterrobangENT. Check out the stuff on Fig. We got an LA mix coming up, so we're gonna put out registration for that soon. Again, everybody, this is for the culture. Love y'all.